Hi guys, today we're going to talk about types of triangles. We already did types of angles and the different ones like acute and obtuse and right. But today we're going to talk about triangles. And also I want you to know when you look at a triangle like this, you'll hear some words that you might recognize. These are called the legs of the triangle, and this is the hypotenuse. It's like the longer side of the triangle there. So if you ever see any of those referenced, then you'll know what they mean. So a general fact about triangles is they all have three sides. I know you guys are all aware of that. Triangles equals three sides. The other thing is triangles also have three angles. Well, one fact you might not have known is that all three angles add up to 180 degrees. So no matter what those three angles are, they will all add up to 180 degrees. So take any of those angles, add them all up, they're going to add up. So let's look at the basic types of triangles. The first one we have is called equilateral. Equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle kind of looks something like this. I'm not the best artist, but something like that. And we put these little lines here to mean they're all the same because they have three equal sides. Every side is equal. The angles in here are also equal. So three equal angles. For instance, if this was 60 degrees, this one would be 60 degrees, and this one would be 60 degrees. Those would all add up to 180, and they'd all be the same. I like to think of it as equal, equilateral, equal, equal, equal. So that's the first kind of triangle that we're looking at. The second kind of triangle is called an isosceles. O-S-C-E. Isosceles triangle. This it looks something kind of like this. Try to draw it a little bit better. And we put a line here. You can put two lines. It has two equal sides. And just like you think, two equal angles. So equilateral has all three, and isosceles has two. Two equal two. And on the last one, we can't have just one. We jump to none. So we go 3, 2, and now we have a scalene triangle. And they have no equal sides and no equal angles. So it's going to look something kind of like this. Granted, all these shapes can vary, but none of the sides will be equal and none of the angles will be equal. So those are the three types that way. We also have some of these that can be classified as both, but some of these that are classified by angles. So we have one called the acute triangle. And remember, we said acute angles were less than 90 degrees. So in this triangle, all angles are less than 90 degrees. They can still add up to 180. So let's, for example, let's draw this triangle. So this angle right here might be 44 degrees. And then these two angles, they might be 68 degrees. They all add up to 180, but they are all less than 90 degrees. which would make it an acute triangle. The next one, and I'm sure this is probably one of the most common that you guys have seen, is the right triangle. And that has a right angle of 90 degrees. And they usually look something like this. This is a 90 degrees, and you'll see a little box there. If this is 90 degrees, most likely these are going to be 45 degrees and 45 degrees. The last angle that we were looking at, and the last type of triangle, is called the obtuse triangle. And remember, an obtuse angle is over 90 degrees, and this triangle has an angle of more than 90 degrees. You can have other smaller angles, but one of them is over. So it's going to look something like this. This angle right here is going to be more. So let's see if we made that 118 degrees. Then these two angles would be 31 degrees. So they still add up again, but they have different sides.